What up, guys? I'm back with, well, really it's one last video for tonight, because of course, on a Wednesday, past 1 o'clock in the morning, but you'll be seeing this around July 3rd. You'll be seeing this July 1st, just like 2 or so hours after the first Jurassic World film. So, I'm recording these apart, different days. But you'll be seeing these instantly as soon as they come out. So, I'll be like the videos. Just got one more to finish off the Jurassic World franchise. Technically. As I want to complete the entire Jurassic World franchise with TVs and movies. Then, I got to watch the Jurassic Quotations TV show. And its spin-off sequel and its sequel series. I was going to be the three Lego projects. So, yeah. But in film format, I am done. Well, after the next one, obviously. At Dominion, I'm done with the film series until July. Which will probably be already, you get my beat. Yeah, premium's going to be confusing, but they're pretty useful too. Once we get a video done and do it set up for a specific time and want to set it for. I can know premiums can go a few months because this is going to come out in July until it's March right now. I probably forgot all about this video anyway. But if my premiums changes in the third one because I'm having a haircut in kind of a couple of hours now. Because it's an hour today, so I'll be looking different in the next video. Hopefully. Anyway, I'm doing 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The second entry in the trilogy, and I liked it when it first came out, I guess. But I had a terrible judge, and opinions have changed. It's not that great. Jurassic World was actually bad. And quite a realists. None of the characters that survived in the previous film are never mentioned. Not even a passing mention of where they are now. Like, seriously, no Barry, no Zach, no Gray. Of course, Barry didn't do much, but still, should be mentioned. No, the two, Vivian and whatever the fuck the other guy's name was, didn't get mentioned either. Or what they're up to. Like, I don't get why they don't afraid to mention those characters. Let's give us a mention of where they are now, just so we know, how they're doing and stuff, instead of never mentioning them again. And that's what this one has the exact same problem by the third. But that's not the third's only problem. So, without further ado, let's get into the story. So the film opens up on Eastern Nuba, where it's under a rescue some type of team in search of something. So attacked by dinosaurs. As they set to lose one but after some type of claw, a dinosaur claw. What they needed, we do not know yet. And meanwhile, we got to a news report about Jurassic World gonna be basically Eastern Nuba is gonna be gone in the next few hours because of a volcano erupting. Yeah, the film's called Fallen Kingdom. I don't see him in the film that much. Yeah, that's the whole thing. By the way, this news is by BBC News. That's not a joke. They literally got BBC News in the fucking movie. I don't even know how they got permission from the BBC for this one. Once again, I'm using the Blu-ray trilogy, which I've already shown in the previous video. I'm not going to get up again. I'm keeping it on next to my telly, so I know what to watch next. So I can easily convenient instead of just go digging through stuff again. Also, I recently finished up the original Indiana Jones trilogy on my Cybermaster channel, where I cover live action content. Tokusatsu are not included. That's for my Tokusatsu channel, Joe Henshin. So, I do have an animation channel as well, which I'm calling Steamboat Mouse. I may change the mouse part, but still, I'm referencing it because it's a classic cartoon, is in public domain, and of course its anniversary is not too far away from now, just a few years. Yeah, late 2028, we'll be celebrating Mickey Mouse's 100th birthday. I can't fucking believe it. Like, I'm gonna be seeing a character I love a grew up watching turn 100 years old. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, 100 years. Oh, wow. Is he one hell of a thing to look back on? So, I may do some Mickey Mouse reviews on that day. 2028 will give me some pretty fun things to review Disney content. Nah, more simply Mickey Mouse content. Shorts are too, but shorts, I don't know if I want to cover them. Because, well, I do cover manga, but we'll see. Around 2028, until November, I'll be covering all kinds of Mickey Mouse content. So, fans of 2028, I hope you enjoy it. No, you okay? Alright. That's when we introduced to Claire Dealey, once again played by Bryce Dallas Howard. She works at some type of company to protect dinosaurs. She's working to get the dinosaurs safely off of Isla Nuba. She and two of her other colleagues, Zia Rodriguez and Franklin Webb, who is actually played by Justice Smith. Yeah, how I know that? Well, funny thing is, I knew it from Detective Pikachu, which does not make any sense when I think about it. Detective Pikachu came out in 2019, right? 2019. Just about according to came out in 2018. Yeah, I knew him before going. I was with him before going into the movie, I think. I'm gonna get myself confused. I get myself fucking confused now. Because I do remember deliberately watching Jurassic World trilogy in cinemas. Maybe not the first one. Maybe. Or maybe I did. I was 14 at the time. Would be the right age to watch them. I mean, I don't know. Actually, got that shit memory. We'll see my third or fourth Jurassic Park movie in cinemas. Hopefully. I'm curious to see what they got to know first. If it's going to be good or not. Alright. Claire's on a meeting with some. I isn't Judson. She gets a call from someone. Ask me up. She's getting a call from a man named Benjamin Lockwood. Well, I work with, I think, a nanny or so named Lisa. No, wait. Not Lisa. Iris. Yeah. How did I get that wrong? Iris. That's her name. And so she meets Eli Mills. Someone who works at Lockwood. As he tours her around the place. And she meets Benjamin Lockwood, who was an old friend of John Hammond. But they parted ways a long time ago. Oh. Try not to do that. They parted ways a long time ago. But he even carries around a similar looking cane to Hammond's. So it seems Hammond is dead. They don't directly say it, but it's pretty obvious that Hammond is dead. Shame. I would love to see. It was a shame, but oh well. But I'm looking forward to coming to the third film. Yes, I want to see a series on my opinions have changed, but there's some good stuff in that movie. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that we learned that he has a granddaughter as well. We won't probably see her until a little bit later. Anyway, Mills aids to help Claire get the dinosaurs off the island. I do not. The key to this is Blue. So she decides to call an old friend, Owen. And I took in the bar, we learned they broke up. Right. Then what was the whole fucking point of getting together? They're just gonna break up, don't put them together. You really are gonna... It's like the whole Dr. Sattler thing over again. I definitely know fans were definitely pissed at the third film. Because it was pretty obvious they were hitting on a romantic chemistry between Dr. Sattler and Dr. Grant. I'm gonna set those words was that. But by the third film, that was ditched. So she's married to a separate guy. I don't know why they say that. Oh yeah, gotta mention, we get Ian Malcolm cameo in this movie. Here we go, cameo. Of course, when I first watched it at the time, I did not know who Ian Malcolm was because I did not see the original Jurassic Park trilogy. That was until like last year, maybe, or the year prior. Can't remember. When I first watched the films. So, yeah. Oh, initially declines to go, but eventually agrees. Alright, don't put characters together and they're gonna break up. That's the dumbest decision. You'll piss off a lot of people, and they just don't care, do they? They don't care. They piss off people. They think it's best because they're stupid. Companies people behind this stuff are always just so arrogant. Gosh, especially a certain company about comics. Yes, I probably share the Marvel. I mean, blame Joe Quesada. It's his fault that they won't let PMMJ marry anymore. Even though fans have loved it for years, he didn't like it. So it just forced his value onto them. Don't do that. Okay? Gauge of your reader's interest. Now, I think I'll just save that for if I ever actually decided to get to that comic. I have not even reviewed any comics in a while, actually. I should get onto that, actually. But anyway, after that, so then I meet with Ken Wheatley and his group of mercenaries. So they also went together to track Blue. So Owen and Zia go look for find her, but Wheatley shows up and double crosses them and starts shooting Blue. Zia knocking and they're triangulating Owen and capturing Zia. Zia used at the bog to keep Blue alive. No one the others will rescue her. All this was orchestrated by Mills, by the way. Bastard. And we're also introduced to Maisie, whose actress is British. I was actually scrolled through the same as in American terms, like bath instead of bath. That she's living in America. Of course, she's going to pick up some American accents because she's young. Pick up American terms because she's young. So I'm only just scrolling for that. She's just a kid. And I looked at her profile, and this is her own. This and the next film are her only roles and only movie roles. I'm not joking. She's basically a relatively new actress to this. No Wikipedia, but no builds prior or after Jurassic World ones. Which I'm surprised, especially there been any British TV shows. She's an English actress, right? Especially she's not been in any British shows or movies. I'm just saying it's just weird. So, okay. Wheatley ends up leaving Owen, Claire, and Franklin. Owen, Claire, and Franklin end up being left behind. But they managed to escape being put around the lava. So they decided to sneak aboard their boat before leaving. And we met with Zia after staying out the night. Well, Maisie ends up following Mills because she's not stupid. He also told, and Mills is also talking to a man named Gunnar Eversole. Basically, they made a deal to sell the dinosaurs. That's why they got over in the first place. And Blue was somehow key to this. Basically, that's a member of the Pascal to the left. To talk. They basically try to create a new Dominus called the Indoraptor. Yeah. But the Indominus Rex is the reason the whole thing happened in the first place. Stupid spots. Like, if the Indominus Rex was never created, everything that happened in Jurassic World would never happen. The park would still be operational. And Claire would still be negligent. A bit. I mean, it took the whole thing to realise how much negligent she was being. And Zara wasn't really important anyway. So I don't really care if she got killed. Anyway. That night, they realized it was Zia. They need a blood transfusion for Blue. So, basically, I'm glad to get T-Rex blood. That's some close calls you have to get. Okay. Spend the night there. Macy also attempted to tell her. Macy did attempt to tell her grandfather, but he wouldn't exactly listen and said they'll talk to her about it in the morning. So morning rises, and we also know that Wheatley likes to take dinosaur teeth as a trophy. Sick bastard. That sick son of a bitch. So after that, they decided to stealthily follow and see where they're going. And later, Macy is seen following Mills. And we end up learning who created the Indoraptor. Dr. Wu is back. Yet, the way this film was being set up, it's obviously he's set out to be a villain. And I mean, that could work. Dr. Wu was a villain. He was a minor character in the first film. But the trilogy is starting to expand him. Expand his character. Trying to expand his character, I guess. So anyway. After that, now. We get a glimpse of the Indoraptor. Well, Maisie is again caught and locked in a room. Not too long later, right? They are forcing to get captured as well. As the auction goes on. We'll probably see the Indoraptor But thanks to Piggy and Owen, they managed to escape. Owen makes a good thing and they managed to escape and run into Macy. And this brings to her earlier. Benjamin Rockwell found out what Mills has been doing, and Mills killed him. Now, what happened to Iris after that? She wasn't seen again. I think she was killed. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah. And seeing the whole thing, I want to swap it by being some crap, or badassly beating crap out of people. Everyone runs away. Once again, he's at the Mills. We're also looking for Zia and Franklin, who are in the lab, with Franklin in disguise and Zia being handcuffed to Blue's cage. Dr. Wu. I learned this actor was in Lego Jurassic World, the Indominus Escapes. Not kidding, he's in that animated film. But he does not reprise as well for the secret exhibit and following series, The Legend Isla Nuba, that he's played by Vincent Ton. And Bryce Dallas Howard also reprised the role as Claire in that Lego movie as well. They managed to get them back, but not Chris Pratt. Is he more famous than Howard? Or just cheap? And one don't want to afford another big time celeb. And don't hire them in the first place, get impersonators. Like, interesting enough, Owen's actor in that film also played Han Solo in the Skywalker saga. That's pretty interesting. He sounds pretty convincing. Which I don't know why he did this thing, try and ask for the actual actors. I get they're busy, but these could have tried. So it's rumored that they'll be making a Harry Potter game next. A remaster. That's why we're getting the new. That's why we got the recent enhanced ports for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Of the years 1 to 4 and 5 to 7. Sorry, I'll tell you. Everyone. That's when Wheatley shows up. Seeing the Indoraptor, he fires transgresses it. Seems like it works as he goes in to take for the usual trophy. But, of course, like the Indominus, the Indoraptor's intelligence was just plain dead. And ends up killing Wheatley. Guys, some other people at the auction try to escape on the left, but they're killed as well. Brandy, they deserve it for bidding on fucking dinosaurs. These dinosaurs are nobody, but they're not your property. He's trying to make sure that the internet and a good habitat. He's not owning the dinosaurs, he created them, yes, but he's letting them live freely, just with fences so they don't harm people. Which, what happened to Isla Sorna? No one's ever mentioned Isla Sorna. I'm not kidding. I couldn't even find a new island to make the park, make Jurassic World. It's just a lot of unanswered questions and the way stupid of in the spell that does not make any fucking sense. Anyway, and the trio ends up encountering and Mills ends up being Macy's heritage, as in she's not actually she's not actually Bette Lockwood's granddaughter. She is his daughter, more simply, a clone. His daughter died in a car crash, so he created Maisie because he missed his daughter and raised her like a grandchild. My God. That's why he and Hammond split ways. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. Cloning dinosaurs. I mean, it's possible. I mean, kind of plausible. like scientists are trying to actually do something like that in real life. So it is a possibility. But cloning humans, is that really possible? Like, is it really possible? I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. So I'm not going to give my opinion now because I'm more mixed on it. Oh, that's a question. I'll end up escaping. Well, bad guys are breaking Zia out of the handcuffs, knocking Wu out, and killing some of the guards thanks to Blue, which set her free. Seems Wu managed to escape though, and Mills has escaped. Alright, the whole point of Claw was the Indominus' DNA alongside Blue's DNA to create the Indoraptor. So now the Indoraptor's on the loose. Both are going to try and survive. Zia and Franklin work on restoring the power. And Vexel will help Blue. The Indoraptor's team taken is defeated. Of course, Mills doesn't escape. He gets his just as it says. He's eaten by a T-Rex. 2 of them, actually. Yep. And he's dead. And he ended up releasing the dinosaurs too, otherwise if they stayed in that plane, they would have died. Even though it's a big decision. As now, according to Dr. Malcolm, they entered a new age. And so he's just protesting against the dinosaurs. I don't know if he was trying to kill them or, to stop people from going up, just to kill them, or just keep them, make sure no one ever goes to those islands again. As he says, a similar line to what Hammond first said, way back in 1993. Welcome to Jurassic World. Yep, with Owen and Claire officially taking it Maisie. So now the title makes fucking sense. Yeah, why do they call it Jurassic World? It's a park. Just call it Jurassic Park 2 or something. You fucks. At least the title makes sense now for the 3rd film because it's out in the fucking world. That's going to have major consequences. Oh no, because they're going to drop that plot in the next film. Not really explore it about living with dinosaurs and the problems it could cause. Just like how we banged the Taildoe plot from Jurassic Park 3. Yeah. That's not even imagine. I actually watched the theatrical version when I was in cinemas, but they released the extended version on Blu-ray and DVD on Blu-ray. So that might be the version I'm watching in the next review. I don't know. I really don't know. I have to see. You'll probably know when I review the movie in next time. 8 hours. You know what I mean. But anyway. That was the end of Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. And it's good. The other part was more entertaining. The volcano and stuff. I think that could have worked as just the entire focus of the film. Because the whole volcano thing adds a lot of tension to the story. You never know when it's going to work. There's a time limit. That could add great tension to the story. It's there to be there for a reason. Yeah, saving the dinosaurs can still work for Claire's character. I'm saying, they did not need this. Why do they think they needed to focus on making this actual? Why did they focus on the luck with things and stuff? I really don't know how to feel about that, but yeah. Anyway, that's my review on this film, so thank you all for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, and be up to date with videos because we are. And I will see you, for me, I'll see you guys maybe later. We'll see. I'll definitely hopefully have enough time when I get back. Jurassic Review is out.